Guys, welcome back. Sayamante. Hello, sir. Yes, you are a stupid game. How dare you come in here with that attitude every single freaking day? Come on, man. Come on. Elder Scrolls. Come on, man. Like, Elder Scrolls is awesome, man. What's wrong with you, man? Come on. I love this game too much. It hurts my feelings that you don't. But I'm very appreciative to have you here, even if you don't enjoy the game itself. Sayamante, it's good to see you, boy. I'm doing good. I'm good. I got some good sleep last night, finally, man. And I hope you guys are doing good too. Sayamante, I hope you're well. We are going to start out today by just ripping all the daily dungeons out. We're going to start backwards on our list of characters. We're going to rip as many dailies as I can so we can get as many transmutes stacked up as we can. Now, I know that one of the best ways to do that would end up being like Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds are great. There's nothing wrong with Battlegrounds, except for the fact that Battlegrounds suck. I don't like them. I should make like a different PvP build. I think that would help. I guess we could have done the whole, like, drag it all. Dang, dude. I saw that guy throwing spears, and I was like, dude, I look good throwing spears. And then I didn't realize, like, I don't know. I just, it didn't register immediately. Alright, so we're gonna, I guess spam this button. There you go.
Bleed them and leave them for the skeevers.
Bleed them and leave them for the skeevers. Chris, thank you so much, man. I hope you're having a good day too, dude.
Could always use more corpses.
We'll heal the teammates up at the same time because the warden is kind of cracked. We'll just keep pressing buttons, man.
Souls of the dead arise and kill these interlopers.
Yeah, it's a little warm-up action today. I know it's just a normal dungeon. It's nothing like super special.
Tormented souls of the dead arise and kill these interlopers.
We do have a healer on our team, though. He's doing great. What hit for 70k, bro? Something just crit from my kit that was 70k. As usual, the June 2025 PS Plus, we're getting Alone in the Dark and Destiny 2. Destiny 2? Wait, Final Shape, is that the most recent DLC? Final Shape. I don't know the names of them, but why would Destiny be giving away their most recent DLC? That sounds so silly. Like, no, it's not. It can't be the most recent one, can it? There's been so many DLCs that's come out. I can't keep track of them all. Oh, okay. I got feared at the same time. $74k. I think that's the bear, bro. Their last DLC is called Final Shape, so it's not gonna be like their newest new one. Didn't we talk about them coming out with a new one soon?
You can't take us all.
So it can't be the same one.
I need aid.
You're not leaving here alive.
Heal me.
Light it! Burn!
Okay, that works. I'm gonna miss a little bit of loot back there, but that's okay. It's just like a bit of gold. I don't think it's that big a deal.
Like we're digging some more shallow graves, lads. Pain ain't the word for what we're gonna do to you. Come here and let me show you the pointy end of my tail here.
That's what she said. Come here, let me show you the pointy end of my spear.
Burn it!
Beautiful. Dude, this is an Arcanist's wet dream right now. He's having so much fun. You can tell, man.
There will be no place for rabble like you when the Pelengairs rule Wayrest.
Where are we going, ladies? I wish the Warden had a taunt built into its kit. Man, I wish I could time that properly too. I'm still not very good with the Shulks, man. Their next expansions are Edge of Fate in July. Okay, and Renegade. Wait, they've got 2 expansions coming? Crazy, bro. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Alright, I'm gonna sell all this stuff real quick. And then we're gonna quickly move on to the next dungeon, man. Yeah, all of it. I don't need a single one of those things, man. Cool. I'm assuming all of them are gonna leave the group. They'll handle it. Don't worry about it. Coming out with, wait, so 2 expansions in one. Sorry, Simon. I wanted to lag it in for a minute so I could get warmed up in the game. 2 expansions in 1 year is crazy. July and then December as well. It's just so much. How are they doing that? Like, how can they squeeze out 2 expansions in 1 year and still make them of the quality that it's expected? It's less than 6 months apart, man. Well, I guess it is technically 6 months apart, but if they've got both of them announced now, which that means most likely they've already mostly finished both of them. So, and they've already come out with expansions like last year and the year before. So when are they finding time to work on 2 expansions? There's no way Bungie's doing that well. Companies are fed up by Sony. Wait, what? Fed? Oh, they're fed by Sony. So what? Okay, you're saying that because Sony is putting that kind of stuff on the market, on the PlayStation Plus or whatever, it's supporting the whatever they're called, is supporting the companies that are making these expansions. I don't really understand how that works though, because if it's free for PlayStation Plus, they're not making any money. I mean, PlayStation's making money.
This place reeks
hello.
of wet dog and a fungal infection.
Ew.
Must be getting close.
Well, Bungie's not making any money,
Hey,
are they?
Who's there?
Who's there?
Something up. I'm more of a spy than a fighter. I'll shadow you on the way in. Fair warning, I won't jeopardize my mission. I've been meaning to try this poison.
Yeah, I forgot that I'm more of a single target kind of gal right now.
Nice welcome. Told you I smelled werewolves and alchemy.
Well, got some new test subjects here.
Alright, that works. Yeah, as long as we've got a healer on our side, we're fine. Do I have food active? I do. Dude, I don't know, man. I feel like Sony... Is that the game? Dude, that wind noise in the background was crazy. I thought maybe there was a storm outside just going nuts. Yeah, so like... I feel like Sony putting the brand new DLC. Well, okay, not technically brand new, but dang darn close to being brand new DLC on the PlayStation Plus exclusive it's beneficial to a certain extent because those that haven't bought the DLC have access to it. And what that does is it basically gives them returning players or new players that jump into the game because they're like, ooh, free DLC, ooh, free DLC, and then, you know, they release a new DLC in their face and they're like, hey, by the way, buy our next one. And I don't understand how that works because I feel like it wouldn't work on me. I wouldn't just like, but that's the thing is though, like I've played Destiny and I know their game, you know what I mean? So like, I know specifically that Destiny is trying to, they gonna get you. They're trying to get you. And it wouldn't work on me for them to turn around and be like, and by the way, new DLC. Like, I'm not gonna buy that crap. I'm not even gonna get their free DLC. I should really grab a taunt or something. That guy's doing a phenomenal job of tanking. I'm a miserably fake tank, dude. What a shame on me.
Expert on dwarves, but I don't think they built half of this. And these must
It works on Destiny players. Are you saying something about Destiny players, bro?
It was me.
Those poor Destiny players, man. Fooled over and over. To the end of time. Stony slivers. I don't remember what those are used for.
My wolf tonic.
What? How are you doing this? Are we wolf tongue? Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Only one way to
I
find
forgot
out.
they dropped this. It's been a long time since I've done this dungeon. Give me this.
These constructs
Dude,
are
this is a
huge.
fun mechanic, man.
Can you feel the power in this earth?
It's good to see my name is getting the recognition it deserves.
Just jump on that guy's head.
Still.
Oh. I don't have force lock available. Are we doing this? Are we doing the side stuff? We'll let them do the side stuff.
You keep moving.
Oh, teammate. That's so sad. Alright, ready for this? We got this, dude. Just the two of us. We got this. Skull and Bones in the game catalog too? Are you talking about the PlayStation Plus? Hi, gamer. What's up, man? Hello, sir. Skull and Bones, man. Wait, which one was which? I always get these two games mixed up. Ubisoft came out with a game that was like, I think it's the Skull and Bones one, and then there's another one, which is like Sea of Thieves, which I think is maybe not. Boom. Because I do think the Skull and Bones looks really bad. Like, from my understanding, you go collect coconuts, right? And then after that, you go and get some rocks. And then after you go and get some rocks, you go and get some more coconuts. And after that, you actually didn't get enough coconuts, so you need to go get more coconuts. And then once you're done getting more coconuts, you go and get some more rocks. And that is the general understanding that I have of Skull and Bones. That's it. It's like, it sounds like hell. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. I don't know, man. Not the monthly games. Oh, it's a different category called game catalog. What is it? What is game catalog then? Is that games that are on sale? Okay, we need to make sure to block that. Oh. Core blast. I don't know how that killed me. Yeah, I'm not. Quit game catalog. I wonder if that's like represented games. Like if they're just putting it up on screen being like, hey, don't forget, we have this game in our libraries too, and it's $79.99. I just... Skull and Bones looks so awful, dude. And you know what the saddest part about it all? Is that, it's an open world, like, MMO style game. Right? MMO-esque. I don't think it's actually an MMO, but like, there's other players all roaming around, also collecting coconuts and rocks. So, just when you thought you found an island that had coconuts on it, it doesn't have any coconuts on it because somebody else just came by and robbed them all. But don't worry, if you catch up to that other pirate ship, you can take their coconuts off of their ship. You can take them. You can get on their ship, you can board their ship, you can kill them all, and you can take their coconuts. And that's it. Game catalogs are like, they release games and they will be free for a certain period of time. So it's not PlayStation Plus, it's just another way to give away games that people can't buy, or people won't buy. Excuse me. Monthly games are games after you collect the games. You can play them anytime. There's no limit. Yeah. Oh, you can only play them for a certain period of time. Wait, so... God, that is so dumb, bro. They're like, here, it's free, but only for like 2 weeks. Then, if you want to keep playing it, you have to buy it. Again. I guess. That's how that works, right?
No sign of our cases yet. Keep going.
Skull and Bones was Ubisoft. Okay, I thought so. It's the other one. Sea of Thieves is not Ubisoft. I definitely don't know who made that one. But, I know that Sea of Thieves looks better. Although I didn't hear, like, wonderful success stories out of Sea of Thieves either. Man, I had a really bad time getting crits on that guy.
I'm beginning to understand the process.
Hi, Gaming. Thank you, man. Much appreciated, sir. I don't know what your hours of streaming are, but if I have the opportunity, I will try to drop in sometime. My schedules are just a bit of a mess right now, and when things get locked in, I'll be able to do stuff like that a little bit more often. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll ever see Froggy stream again. He streams perfectly in the times that I go to sleep. Like, genuinely. Most likely the same. Yeah, I did just wake up an hour and a half ago. Like I said, once I get my schedule locked in, and I'm a little bit more comfortable, I'll be able to get up a little bit earlier and sleep a little bit less. Spend less time shenanigating and more time streaming.
Don't worry, I found just the thing to help
by Rare. The name of the studio is Rare? Sea of Thieves is developed by Rare. It's a UK-based game studio, development studio. All right. Yeah, I've never heard of them. I mean, I've heard of Sea of Thieves though, so it's saying something, right? Yeah, I don't think we need to kill those guys. You stream most of the day and then network and clip at late nights. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, dude, I'll absolutely try to give or to drop in. Excuse me.
Testing is required.
I really appreciate you, dude.
Destroying my blood. Away my creation.
Drink this.
Oh, he yoinked it.
We've got to keep tracking that tree. We'll see if I can sabotage it.
Arthur Morgan, hello. Good man. Yeah, dude.
Restraining countermeasure charging. I made that potion. You think I don't have an antidote?
All right. I think we rotate one more time. I was gonna say.
Have another potion. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine, she says.
Keep it up. I can spend almost time.
You're doing the veteran KA at the moment. What is KA? Kind's Agus? Is that what that is? I'm pretty sure that's Kind's Agus. Dude, he's got 69,000 health left. That's a fun number. Yeah, dude, good luck on Kind's Agus. I don't think I've done that yet on, like, this playthrough. Definitely not veteran. I haven't gotten into any veteran stuff. As far as arenas go. Or, sorry, trials.
I can produce a counter agent all day.
That should do it. Let's smoke him out.
No! Overloading! Let me out! Ah! Beyond mere flesh and blood, I am transcendent!
He's also dead?
Finally. Glad I didn't try to bite the energetic git. Think there was
Skull and
more
Bones was
alchemy than
so
anonymous
trash.
names.
So many people literally
We've pretty
said,
much cleared the place
I bought
out.
the game.
Might be worth
I
studying
played it.
what's left of this
Hope you guys
equipment.
don't make the same mistake.
Go us.
What?
That's that. Oh, that. I'm going to rummage.
Aw. Yeah, but Sea of Thieves, didn't that come out before Skull and Bones? I mean, I don't know. I could be totally off with that. But I thought that's how it worked. I thought that they came out first, but it's been a few years since any of it happened. Oh. Stony Slivers are just trash to sell to merchants. Gotcha. Alright, let's do. Whoop. I missed one.
Looking.
Alright, next dungeon. That is crazy, dude. Because, like, when you look back, and I know you were trying to do this to me. I was trying to avoid getting into this half of the conversation, Simon. But I know that this is what you wanted. So, here it is. If you look back to Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flags, you can see in, like, easily one of the greatest, like, pirate games that in history. And it's not, like... It's not even the greatest pirate game in history because it's like Assassin's Creed, and it's not the greatest Assassin's Creed. Dude, it's like, it's not the greatest pirate game. But on the other hand, I don't think I could name a better one. Like, Black Flags was so freaking good. They nailed it, dude. They really nailed it. And although the mechanics and the world building and all that is fairly rudimentary because it is like an over a 10-year-old game, it really, like, it locked the atmosphere in perfectly. And not only that, but they had the idea down perfectly. That you drive your ship around, within reasonable time, you know? There's not always, like, wind pushing you in the opposite direction like I heard there was in Sea of Thieves. But there's also, like, the idea that there's so many different types of enemy ships. And they all have different types of loot that you can scoop up at any given moment. And not only that, but they're all uniquely challenging in that way. There's ghost ships that are like mega challenge, like, or, you know, they're like super duper challenges towards the end of the game when you're like pretty much maxed out. It's like the freaking schmack to try to take down one of those guys. Because even though your ship is maxed out, even though your OP is crap, those, like, skeleton bone ships are incredibly difficult to kill. They're not skeleton bone ships. They're, like, ghost ships or something. Oh, okay. I wanted the loot from that. Okay, he's gonna yoink us. I'm gonna go back here with this guy and pull the loot. Oh, I don't have the bow passives. Okay, so Sea of Thieves was 2018, Skull and Bones was 2024. Good hot dang, bro. Alright, we've got an ultimate. He's most likely going to pull us right to the final boss fight. Oh, this poor dude. He tried to get there. That's crazy. They had 6 years to learn from, like, all those mistakes. Wow, that was a lot of crits. That was nice. Move! Goodness, NPCs, what you doing? I do want to kill this. Oh, and he's killing this one? A lead? I don't know what the lead would be for. Alright, we're out of here. Well, I guess after these guys. Cool. Now we're out of here. We'll worry about selling the crap later. That's fine. Yeah, and then, hold on a second. When was Assassin's Creed Black Flags? ...2013. So, I don't know what Sea of Thieves was like. I don't really know too much about it. I do know the Skull and Bones looked awful, but I definitely know what friggin' Black Flags was like. 2013, so 5 years in development for Sea of Thieves. And I guess they didn't do quite as well, apparently, according to the community. But like, and then 6 years later, Skull and Bones. 500 times worse than they could ever ask for. I don't get that, man. Especially because like Skull and Bones was Ubisoft. It's the same friggin' company. Now, I don't know if it's the same people though. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure that their company has like, you know, fluctuated. It's been all over the place, up and down and left and right, and they've hired and fired a lot of new people, a lot of old people, and there's just not, it's not the same studio. Like, even though it's got Ubisoft written on it, that's the like the name of the studio. It's not the same people that developed like Black Flags. So I don't know, man. It is unfortunate because I think that there's a very strong desire out there for like a beautifully crafted pirate engaged game. And with that being said, I think the new Yakuza game did quite well. I don't think it. I think Yakuza's pretty niche, right? Like it's good, but it's not amazing. It's not great, at least in my opinion. That's how I feel. It looks just below average. It's not really my interest in games, but I know that there are a lot of people out there that dramatically love, like freaking, they'll scream home to the cows come home about how amazing the Yakuza games are. I don't get it though. It's just not my cup of tea. Now, for people that are Yakuza fans, looks great. For people that aren't, looks pretty friggin' dumb. And that's kind of where I stand. It looks pretty friggin' dumb. However, it does like kind of scratch that itch for a pirate game that all these more recent ones definitely don't even come close. Food? Yeah.
Do you lout think you're going to save my wife?
My wife?
Doesn't deserve to be saved.
I know I'd love to see like another pirate game come out that's good for everybody, that appeals to the general audience.
Tear them to pieces! But Alan Way is not to be harmed! You won't get far. Hear me! We're going to open you up, even if you defeat me. I need... Healer!
What's he summoning back there? That'll be enough of that.
This doesn't concern you, outsider.
Dude, there should be a heavy attack build, or like a 5-piece set that boosts your heavy attacks beautifully, but also like taunts enemies when you heavy attack them.
More formidable. Perhaps we have a chance at this.
It'd be fun to be like a proper heavy attack damage build, but also be able to taunt enemies and protect your teammates.
I'll open the lock on the other side. The study is just a bit farther.
Just a bit farther. We're gonna knock these dailies out super fast. After that,
Whatever he keeps
I
in
don't
here
know.
now.
I don't know. We should do the maelstrom or something.
Out! The lot of you! You've no right to enter!
This is our bedroom. We used to store our adventuring relics here.
Adventuring relics.
Quite a defense for such a small room. There must be a way to open it. And these statues didn't used to be here.
Where is he going? These enemies, man. Get me. There we go. I was worried I wouldn't be able to pick that up. It's a decent amount of juicy loot. What's this guy
My
doing?
husband's journal mentions a ritual that brought the Daedra, performed out in the rain. Only a few courtyards on the grounds, so let's seek them out.
I can't. I'm too fast. I was trying to get up on the bed with that guy, but it just wasn't working for some reason. I just kept flying off of it.
You're a tenacious lot. If you insist, I'll be happy to feed you to the blade.
The blade.
The Daedra have destroyed much of the school.
Hollandway returns to her suffering. You have no say in it. The mortals think they've won. Let's show them how wrong.
See, he comes out of the ground. I thought he fell out of the sky. Doesn't it really make a ton of sense that he brings his buddies back? Like, the dudes that sacrificed themselves to summon this thing, couldn't they just be, like, dead? Isn't that how necromancy works? Like, you sacrifice, like, a life to bring a life? I don't know. It feels like
There's no
maybe they
ritual
shouldn't be able to
site
come back right there.
Let's keep moving.
I think I don't know if we have to go up here or not. But we're doing it.
The ritual site isn't here. We should keep moving.
These crypts will be your grave. I will ensure that.
Whoa, okay. More? I think there's more.
All that should concern you is
I don't know if
that
they needed to
it
drop an
counsels
ultimate
me.
on this.
It convinced me of your betrayal, of the need for the students to pay for their insolence.
They are insolents.
On the contrary, this blade grants me a clarity I never had in life.
Sometimes I forget how cheesy the old ones are. The old dungeons and the old voice acting and all that. Definitely don't think I needed to drop my ult on that.
Ritual site where the Daedra are coming through, and where Narayanth is waiting.
Defeat Narinth. Oh, so this is, wait a minute, hold on a minute. Oh, this is Crypto Hearts 2, bro. I thought this was one. I was like, we shouldn't still be going.
Cease this madness. My friends have defeated your horde. Lay down your blade.
You so love the
What's he doing?
sound of your own voice.
What you looking for?
Couldn't you see the blade wanted you here all along?
The blade. I can hear the whispers from it. By the divines, so many lives.
The blade hungers
How in
for
the
you.
world did I get a restoration
The
staff
connection
skill tree?
between us, and I give it gladly.
I don't think I did anything.
You think that blade is yours to touch? It has a master, and he is me. My wife has been
My
dead.
wife.
It's your turn. Fall! Try my patience.
I'm just gonna save my ult. Don't do it. Okay.
You did it.
Cool, cool, cool. This is all trash, and then we move on. We're almost done already. It's like a super fast, like a little skip to our dailies here. What are we missing? We got like, I don't remember how many actually. And we are collecting skill points too a little bit here and there, so that's good. It's a plus. I don't know if I really need it on all these other characters. I think we're primarily going to spend, I would say, most of our time, if not all, on the main account once subclassing drops. Yeah, we've got 3 more dailies to do. We're flying. Yeah, that was another thing I heard about Skull and Bones, Simon, is that one of the issues that I guess was in the game. It was intentional game design. It wasn't like a bug. It wasn't like a glitch. They did it on purpose. But there, you know how when you're driving a boat on the water and there's wind, it's like they implemented wind into the game, and the wind was like literally always facing you. Like it would blow you back the opposite way you were going. So it would just take you twice as long to go anywhere. And even apparently, this is word of mouth, but apparently even if you just like switched directions, if you just turned around and you were like, screw it, different objective, let's go the other way, let's follow the wind, let's let the wind take us where we're going, the wind would almost immediately just turn around and go the other way, which is so funny to me for some reason. I don't know, dude. It makes no sense at all. Where are these enemies coming from? Oh. Somebody ran ahead. And he's dragging all the enemies back to us for some reason. I'm trying real hard to get that quest, thank goodness. At least this guy's done like half the dungeon.
Stop this, please. I'm free.
Yeah, you are. Keep her moving. Goodness, this guy likes just running past everything. I'm here, there's no need to pull me. I mean, this guy knows what he's doing. He's clearly done a couple of dailies in his day. I think we're skipping the side boss too. Oh, I've got to speak with her. Oh no.
He hisses at me when I walk past.
Oh no. I'm not gonna be able to talk to her because we're in combat. And we're gonna be infinitely in combat. Well, let's try to communicate with the team real quick. Did that take care of both? It did take care of both objectives. Alright, and they took care of that boss too, which I think is perfect. That was like the best timing ever. Saps, what up, man? We're just knocking out some dailies quick.
And in truth,
How you doing, brother?
so you're the one who's been undoing our work. We will lead you to the Master's mace.
I feel like I do no stinking damage. I'm doing pretty good, dude. Thank you very much. Alright. Where's this lady at? She's pretty slow. Shouldn't there be a portal here that takes us back to spawn? Or it's like this doorway here. Speak with the soul. Speak with her. I would like to speak with her, but she does not seem to want to be here. Crap. See, this is what happens when you rush through dungeons like that. I mean, you can rush through dungeons. There she goes. You can push through them quickly, but as long as you kill everything,
I don't know where you found
it should be
your new
fine.
friends,
I think that was the issue, is that they weren't killing everything.
Death. It's admirable.
They can speak to that better than I, but they've bested my husband's minions. We owe them everything.
My wife. Thank you.
You haven't.
We're getting pretty good XP too. I feel like we're gonna level up, not like super fast, but fairly fast. It's like at least 700k XP just for doing the dailies.
His Daedric pets. He may come.
And that doesn't include enlightenment too, which I don't know what that is. I think enlightenment's around 300,000 or 400,000. It might be like 300. Whoa, dude, slow down. It'd be cool if there was a way to queue for like just earlier base game dungeons. Because the base game dungeons are like super fast. You could just blaze through them immediately, and you get the same bonus at the end of it no matter what.
Will you answer its call?
I know it's random, like it's supposed to be like queue for a random dungeon, but you should be able to filter it for DLCs included or not. Why not? You know? Why would you not? I guess that would extend your queues though. You don't really want that. Someone decline the queue. There we go. White gold tower. Wow, as if I didn't spend enough friggin' time in there already. Actually, No, we were in the Imperial City Prison. What's the difference?
My patience grows thin, sister.
We've had
They're
our
real similar to
differences,
one
but when
another.
have you ever known me to be wrong?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I
it's in
suppose
the
that's
same
true.
area.
A few more moments, then.
The White Gold Tower must be like next door to the Imperial City Prison or something. Group them up, fools. Or don't.
You will die here, as the Imperial Legion did.
Why did I die? What? It's a normal dungeon. All he did was bonk me. Wait. Last part I think you need for White Gold Tower? What do you mean? Is something I need from the White Gold Tower? I think there is something. I think it's the, is it the set that taunts enemies or something? No, it's a set that pulls enemies together, I think. It's, I don't remember what, I don't know what it's called. It's fine. If we get it, we get it.
Your verdict is death, like the longest before you.
She interrupted me. It's not the Imperium set, I can tell you that. Rad, what up, brother? Hello. Is that a crate there? I think they did see a
My spell
crate.
has revealed the rifts. Destroy them.
It's always a simple chest, man. Almost every single time. I wish they'd just, like, take him out of the game. Why is the objective down there? There must be a different quest.
The Daedra will replace mortal kind.
That would be interesting. Why did he say that? He said Daedra will replace mortal kind. I thought the Daedra thrived and fed off of the suffering of mortals. It makes no sense that they'd want to replace them entirely.
Hold.
Or maybe they're
The
just
scroll is
saying that.
here.
Maybe they're bluffing.
Where? There's nothing.
This is where I left it. Give me a moment. You'll see.
They're killing the boss already? 92%?
The Elder Scroll.
It's not ready.
That can't be
Don't
right.
touch it.
The scroll is mine. Kill them all.
As you wish, Empress.
I had hoped the scroll was wrong.
The all-power cure. What? No, wait a minute. Didn't Bryson need that? Why was he buying them out of crates?
Smash those rifts or be overwhelmed.
I was hoping stepping up here would, like, trigger the next group of enemies.
My spell has revealed the rifts. Destroy them. Smash those rifts or be overwhelmed.
He'll get it. He'll get it. Don't worry. I think somebody else had to smash the rift. It's an interesting mechanic. Only allowing like one random player at a time to do it. Grease. I think that the grease is a lower tier crafting thing. I'm pretty sure. And that kind of sucks, because I don't think I'm ever going to use that. If I would max out my alchemy skill on this character, or kind of sort of on all characters, when we go through dungeons and kill enemies like this, we'll actually be getting the max level ingredients, and that's what you want.
That was hard fought, but there are battles ahead.
Although it takes a friggin' millennia to actually do that.
Stay calm. Everything you see is just your mind trying to make this won't end
It's
well for
all
you, Your
in your
Majesty.
mind,
Leave the
man.
scroll. Stop this!
I like that dude's hat, man. I want a witch's hat.
I will burn your very souls! How much can you endure?
Attack the rifts! She calls her allies!
Nowhere to run, mortal. Let Lady Death won't stop me.
After her!
The Essence Thief. This is what I was here for.
Face her before she
I remember. Fortnite's getting sued? Nuh-uh. Why? By who? Coming at me with the freaking game of news today, Simon.
Healer!
Why would Fortnite be getting sued? I feel like they're one of the richest companies in the world. You'd think that they would have like hired some lawyers or something to make sure that that wasn't going to happen. Like, hey, let's make sure we stay in our guidelines, right?
head through the portal. You are destined to face Clivia Tharn.
By some Canadian parents. Oh, because their kid's addicted?
My kid started smoking cigarettes because he's playing the game.
She is as lost to you as the white gold Lord Bob.
That was way too early.
I have the Elder Scroll. The flame of the verse begins.
Where are the teammates at? Just AFK, dude. Wait, you're not kidding? Some kid started smoking cigarettes because he's addicted to Fortnite?
Waited as long as I could before opening this portal. The scroll
Lies.
said I'd be skewered.
That's not true. There's no way. I made that up, man.
I'll take this. Follow me.
What do you mean, yep? That's freaking bullcrap. I mean, Canada's gone real soft in the more recent years. No offense, Canadians. Like, I've heard some stories. I've heard some stories about Canada that, it's more governmental stories. Like, political type oriented stuff. So, like, we don't have to get into it. But, like, I'm just saying.
People. Great.
I'm not surprised. That's what I'm saying, I guess. Alright, let's knock one more out. Kids getting addicted to Fortnite. Well, that's... Alright. Those parents are gonna lose that lawsuit. Like, it's not even a question. Like, if you want to think about it on a realistic standpoint, like, not only is it some massive multi-billion-dollar corporate company that has all the access to everything you could ever ask for, as far as, like, legal help, like, with lawyers, and they've got it all, man. There's nothing that you as a parent or an individual can do to fight back against that. You can't. You're getting sued by the FTC, Federal Trade Commission. That I could see. Isn't the Federal Trade Commission, isn't that... That's going to revolve around skins and loot boxes and things like that. So that I could see being an issue. I don't know if they're going to... I don't know how that would go. But, yeah. Gaming junkies. Dude, generally, if you're... So, games are made to be addictive. They're supposed to be. Well, like, that's the point. But... so are, like, tobacco products. So is alcohol. So is TikTok. So is, like, literally everything. Cheeseburgers. Everything's addictive. It's meant to be. So that you keep coming back and coming back and coming back. It's not that hard. It's, like, super simple to understand. They want as much money as humanly possible. And the best way to do that is to make it so that you keep coming back against your own will. Kids are not old enough. Kids are not, like, able to make their own... like, choices when it comes to that, man. Like, most kids, they don't have, like, the mental capacity to say, like, oh, this is not working, this is not good, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna stop doing this. So, you as a parent, if your kid is spending, you know, 16 hours a day playing Fortnite, look, I play video games a lot. I don't play 16 hours a day. But I play a lot of video games. So I don't really have a ton of room to talk. But I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that you as a parent, if you have that big of an issue with it, then you are failing as a parent, man. Like, you don't sue the company that makes the game. You get your freaking crap together and you parent your kid differently. Like, I don't mean to be too cold about it, but, like, lock it in, parents of Fortnite children. I don't know, man. Look, oh, I don't know why I was trying to kill that dog. I thought it was like a deer or something. Sorry, doggo. I swear I didn't mean it. Yeah, dude, shame on Fortnite for being Fortnite, but also shame on those parents even more for being those parents. That's rough. And I can assure you that there's not a chance in the world that Fortnite's gonna lose that freaking lawsuit. Like, they absolutely succeed there.
She poisoned all these animals. She almost poisoned Lotus. And for what? It's true that I've never seen an animal move to the inner paddocks that's returned to outer enclosures, but she's suggesting what? That the conservator is culling the herd.
What if we came back and finished this dialogue after the dungeon? Ugh. Vollenfeld, man. Vollenfeld's an easy dungeon, but because the quest is all jacked up, it always bothers me. I get upset when I look at this dungeon.
We'll bury you in the sands. More fodder for the lion.
Healer!
I just ate magic food. Oh, this is nice. An ugly dungeon? I don't mind it. It's kind of ugly, but it's in. I think it's in the Alakir Desert. So like, yeah, it's ugly. Should have just saved them all for the boss. The ads die so fast.
Pathetic. I'll have to do this myself. You're tougher than I thought. Let's see how you handle this. Here it is. Cower before the rod of Kravar. Time for a different approach. Oh.
So a few weeks back, they agreed paying $245 million to refund consumers for allegedly being charged for unwanted game purchases, and in addition, an additional $275 million penalty for violating the COPA. Fortnite did that. Are we sure it's not just like parents that, you know, lost their credit card to their children? Like, if a child knows how to use a credit card, which, let's be honest, is not hard, so there's a good chance they do, and the child's like, ooh, Fortnite, 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 and they sneak into your wallet, they grab your credit card, and then they buy a bunch of Fortnite, like, battle points or whatever they're called, then... Dude, honestly, I could see $245 million of unwanted purchases just from, like, you know, Fortnite kids stealing credit cards. For sure, I could see that happening. What does that mean for Fortnite? That means you need to hold record. You need to absolutely be sure. You need to have a way to specify and say, hey, this is absolutely an agreed upon purchase. Like, I don't care if you said you didn't do it or not. Like, we have backup. We have reasons to back it up, and this is it. And show that, you know, show that. Give them evidence. But if you don't provide evidence, and it's just like Fortnite kids stealing credit cards, and it's not actually the, you know, it isn't the parents agreeing to it, then if you have no reason or no way to back up the fact that it's like a legitimate purchase, you're just a bad parent, then yeah, I guess you do have to give it back. But it is Fortnite, so let's be realistic, man. $250,000 means nothing to those guys. FTC involving, they can't win the case. What? So you're saying Fortnite can't win the case if the Federal Trade Commission gets involved? Well, so are they two separate lawsuits? It's like a family in Canada is suing, and then the FTC's also suing specifically because I guess there's an outrage against that. Dude, I hate to be like on the wrong side of the fence here again, but like I think maybe it's the parents' fault. It's just negligence, man. Is it okay? There are separate lawsuits. I mean, that's just, it's tough because like I want to be on the side of the parents, but I genuinely feel like that's just negligence. It's just bad parenting. Instead of like raising the kid yourself, you're letting the television raise the kid for you, and they're spending so much time just like completely absorbed in these like whatever you want to call Fortnite. Like it's not just video games, it's social media. Where'd I go? I think I just got hit by all that at once. I have no idea how I died. I don't know, man. It's a tough one to work out, and I think there is definitely a lawsuit in there somewhere. But I think it's less about the outcome of the lawsuit, and more about, like, have we learned a lesson here? Like, do we understand the concept of, like, this guy's just standing in steam, he's dead. How is he not dead? It's more about, like, alright, how do video games, and not just video games, but social media, and how does all that affect, like, children? How does it, like, affect them positively? How does it affect them negatively? Because it does have both positive and negative effects. It can increase cognitive capabilities, it can increase, like, focus and things like that. But if you let it go too far, and you let, like, your kids just only ever play video games forever and ever, amen, and you don't spend any time with them, all they do is spend time in front of the TV, they're gonna be, like, socially disabled. They're gonna be compulsive, they're gonna be, like, ADHD ridden, they're gonna be full of, like, addictive tendencies, and not just for video games. A lot of those kids are gonna grow up to be, like, gambling addicts and stuff like that. And I think that there's a lesson in here to be learned about how, there we go, somebody got it. Somebody else will get that too. I'm still in combat for some reason. I don't think that it's necessarily the game company's fault. Yes, they're intentionally trying to make things difficult. Well, they're not trying to make things difficult for parents. They're trying to make money. That is the world we live in. We live in a world where, like, money is everything. You have to make all the money, and if you don't, then you die. And we all agree to live in this world. You're not, like, raging at the government for the laws. You're raging at the company for doing what the company does. It's like the company's following the laws. If there's really an issue there, which I believe there are issues there, those issues can be combated with better parenting, stuff like that. But if you genuinely feel like you as a parent need to neglect your child and let the television raise them, then you should try to, like, get involved in the laws that are dictating what is on that television. And I don't think that that's the right decision, but I definitely don't think it's right to sue the companies because you're, like, just ignoring your child and letting the TV raise them. You had an issue with where your kid bought over $100 on PlayStation, they refunded you the money. Yeah, they do that. They do that all the time. They're constantly refunding the money. This was before you could lock it with a pin, though, too. Okay. Well, see, it's things like that that cause there to be a need for a pin lock as well. Look, man, kids are smart. Okay, they're gonna figure it out. Like, that's just the nature of children. Children are hella smart, man, and they're very good with technology too. There's nothing that's gonna change that. It's only gonna get, like, better, or, well, you know, kids are only gonna get more smart. And I just don't know if, like, suing the company is the right decision. Yeah. Does the kid keep the, like, you know, if you spend, say your kid steals your credit card, right? And that kid buys a bunch of Fortnite skins. And or you as a parent turn around and you're like, what the heck is this? I didn't approve of this. And Fortnite's like, you purchased it. And you're like, no. I need a refund for this. Does the kid keep the skin? Like, is there punishment for it? Is there something that balances it out? Or does the kid keep, like, all the stuff that they purchased, and then you also get your money back as a parent, and the company's just like, well, like, I don't know what to say about it, Jimmy. And because that, to me, that specifically would only reinforce the child's actions of doing what they did by stealing the money. So, I don't know. I'm not a parent, bro. I don't really have room to say what's right and what's wrong. But I don't know if it's necessarily the company's fault that the child is stealing money from their parents. Look, I know parents, or parenting's like, easily one of them. Parenting is not even a competition. Parenting is the most difficult job on the planet. Always has been, always will be. It's incredibly complicated. There's no right or wrong answers. It's all gray areas. It's nothing but challenges to overcome. You know, it's parenting's freaking absolutely tough. But and they did get to keep the games and refunded. Interesting. See, that I would say is a fault of the company there. To refund the money but not the product. Or, you know, not take the product back. That's like, I don't know, is that fair to compare it to, Juan, what's up, brother? Hello, sir. Nice job when describing, man. Congratulations. Is it fair to compare that to, like, say your kid turns 16. Your kid takes your credit card, goes to a car dealership, buys a car at 16 years old, takes that car home, you're like, hey, what the crap? And then you see your credit card charges and you're like, there's a car on this. And you're like, hey, car company, I didn't buy this. And the car company's like, yeah, you did. And they're like, I absolutely didn't buy this. I need a refund. They just give you the money back for the car, but you keep the car. Like, I don't know if that makes a ton of sense. Now, obviously, like with digital goods, it's a completely different world. So I don't know if that's a fair comparison, but it doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. Because that, to me, just reinforces the idea of essentially stealing the product in a different way. You know, it's not like pirating. It's a weird gray area, dude. But, yeah, and look, man, if it happens one time, it's understandable. But if it happens over and over and over again, like, and there's, you know, I mean, how many kids are out there playing Fortnite? Freaking millions of them. Is there enough kids out in the world playing Fortnite and stealing their parents' credit cards to purchase $245 million worth of skins one time each, and every single one of those children, like, learned their lesson the first time? Maybe, but probably not. There's probably like a massive amount of parents out there that just let this keep happening. And I think that's where the issue lies. It's like, one time, sure, understood. You get pulled over for speeding one time, sure, understood. Everybody makes mistakes, man. Like, especially kids make mistakes. And it's learning from those mistakes that's the important part. But I really have a hard time believing that it's only ever a one-time occurrence for every child. I think there's a lot of parents out there that are letting it happen over and over and over and over. But yeah, Simon, like you said, every company's got different rules. Every company has to follow the same laws, but terms of service are unique to the companies that write them. Mouse, good morning, sir. Hello. You set your alarm to get up, but snooze. Dude, you don't have to set an alarm to wake up for the stream, man. Mouse, you're crazy, dog. Dude, thank you very much. Man, I hope you're doing well. Thank you. That's ridiculously kind of you, man. You're crazy. I'm sure if you keep doing it, or if they had the pin lock, then I'm sure that would definitely be on the parents, because they didn't have accounts, so they would have hit the buy option. Yeah, yeah, and that's where safety rules come in. Well, safety rules. I don't know what regulations, whatever you want to call, like the 4-digit pin or something that secures the purchase options for games like that. That's where that kind of stuff comes in. Like, this has obviously been a problem that's happened enough times that has brought like need for concepts like this to be implemented.
She poisoned all these animals. She almost poisoned...
We did listen to that.
This is a crisis. Lotus is the prize of the menagerie. She wouldn't... This is insane. You know that? What do you need from me?
Do you know a way into the conservatory?
It's a bit morbid, but I would search the bodies by the staff quarters near the main entrance. One of Vinalora's rangers might have had a key.
All right. Yeah, I got no problem with that.
I'll help you.
I've been through my fair share of bodies.
Unusual in the conservatory, I'm turning you over.
If I'm crazy, I wouldn't turn me in. But you know there's something going on here, Talmor.
Let's just get this over.
Yeah, dude, I'm not saying either, like, Simon, for example, I'm not saying that you should prevent your children from playing games or participating in social media. Like, you don't want to isolate your kid from the rest of the world. That's not fair at all. It's not fair to the parent, it's not fair to the children, it's not fair to anybody. So I don't believe that that's the answer, but I do think there's a balance to everything. And a lot of parents like set timers. They're like, all right, you have like specifically an hour, and that's it, nothing more. You only get an hour, and then once that hour is up, like, the device automatically locks. I don't know if that's the right answer either. How would you handle little Timmy? I don't know, man. That's the thing. I don't know the right answer, especially because I'm not a parent myself. I think what's important is that once you as a parent, you know that your kid's old enough to comprehend and understand these kinds of things, because they're difficult, they're complicated, especially for like a young kid. And you know the age. I feel like you know as a parent when your kid starts to become comprehensive in this way. And you can teach them the balance and help them understand what is good, what is bad, what is right, and what is wrong, and how you feel, and give them guidance to carry that forward, right? Like, and man, every parent is going to have different answers to that.
Ew.
Every kid is going to have different responses to that. It's always going to be subjective. So it's not like I could just say something like that and then all of a sudden everybody that hears that's like, oh, that's all I got to do. Okay. Like, no, it's not that easy, man. So it's totally understandable that things like that happen. And I think that it makes sense that it's happened $245 million worth of purchases. That it's happened that much that it's worth $245 million worth of Fortnite purchases. Train a Jedi. Yeah, kind of. Basically. It's tough, man. I don't know. I don't know
They
how
were
I'd
up
handle
to
it.
something here. Smells awful. Alchemical. This equipment isn't incriminating enough on its own, though. Vinalora could justify it for medicinal uses. We need to find evidence that can't be explained away so easily.
Any idea what that could be?
Samples, records, a test subject. Anything that proves without a doubt that the animals here are being used for something other than conservation. There's probably more upstairs.
Why don't we go upstairs? I don't know, man. Like, dude, I think you could definitely say I have like an addiction to video games. It's like all I do is play video games, but like I see it more so like for the channel nowadays than I used to. Like I think I would probably play if I wasn't live streaming, if I wasn't trying to like make a career out of it one day, if I wasn't like doing like YouTube and all this, I probably wouldn't play as many video games as I do now. But with that being said, like, I still absolutely love video games. Like, I do this because I love it, not necessarily because I have to. But like, the thing is, man, I still find that balance. Like,
These poor creatures.
you know, I still do my laundry, I still do my dishes,
Let's find
I
out
still
what Vinalora was
like
doing with them.
get exercise. I still work. I take care of the bills. I take care of like my family when that needs taken care of. Like I spend time with my grandparents. I do like I find that balance.
Hey,
and
what are you reading over there?
You can still play an excessive amount of video games and find the proper balance. And although it might be difficult, especially for younger children, especially because they've got more time on their hands, they don't have to work. They don't have to do this. They don't have to do that. Finding that balance and understanding where to draw the line, like, that is the hard part. So, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, Mouse. Like, bro, how many days in a row did I play for, like, 12 hours? Like, 12 hours is a long time. And then I complain about there not being enough time in the day to do what I need to get done. But I do see like the channel as a way of being productive, even though we're playing games here too, right? I don't know, maybe that's a poor way to justify like streaming for 12 hours, but that's where I'm
You
at.
found something important, didn't you? I could read it on your face from across the room. What's in those papers?
Nothing good. See for yourself.
Vinalora, you piece of... This is everything I need to prove she's been abusing her position here. I have to get this to the Proxy Queen. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he deserves to know. Let's find him and get out of here before our luck runs out. This should be all I need.
These
Where
kids
did
have their own
Calamar wander off
Chromebooks in
to?
school starting at 1st grade. Teachers try to guide them and the district locks out inappropriate content. Kids find a way into it even though they want to. Yeah, like kids are gonna find a way, man. Like it's gonna be unbelievably difficult to filter out the internet and all that the internet has to offer when it comes to introducing technology to children, especially like at a young age like that. 1st grade, man, it's too young. Man, look, I know I'm gonna sound old and decrepit now here for a minute, but I don't think that, like, look, technology has its place in school. Technology is an incredibly valuable tool when it comes to everything in life, including teaching and learning and all this stuff. But I think that there's something to be had with hard copies, with writing down everything on like hand and paper, taking notes, learning cursive, like all this kind of stuff. I find so much value in that, and it's being lost. It really is. It's like it's being completely just erased from history, and it's being erased with, you know, technology. And I think that maybe that's too soon to introduce all this stuff to young kids. Is that too soon to learn how to use technology? I don't think so, but they shouldn't be fully immersed in it 100% of the time. There should be that balance with schools too. And
You monster!
I'd be more
I'm not
concerned for
saying
yourself right
how
now.
schools should or shouldn't, you know, teach and treat kids, but I think maybe giving 1st graders like their own Chromebooks to have full access to 24/7 is maybe a little bit strong. That's pushing a little bit hard. Not neglecting responsibilities doesn't mean you're not an addiction. Well, there's a lot of functional alcoholics out there too. Yeah, there's a lot of people that wake up first thing in the morning, take a couple of shots of whiskey and get to it. Like, it's addiction, but they make it work somehow.
Try something rash, and Talamar
So,
will
like-
sprout an arrow from the eye.
Wow.
You've all caused me enough trouble for one day.
I guess with that being said, like, there's worse things in this world to have, like, severe addictions to, right? Man, I don't know. Yes, Simon, you are addicted to Marvel Rivals and Call of Duty. And you still keep up with your studies and your job. See, it's all about being a functional addict.
They're a very special
That's the
beast.
lesson for kids today.
Revered, even. As blessed beings who are as graced by the gods as we Ultima. They are a gift to our people, not found anywhere else in the world, and we have squandered their potential too long.
To what end?
Maintaining our natural primacy. What else? The mongrels of Tamriel infest everything, even our unspoiled isles now. But their overgrowth can be curbed. They only need a natural predator. The Indrix will be our immortal Adric Avengers.
That's crazy, bro.
You're in no position to stop me. This enclosure is as strong as a fortress, and these barriers are impenetrable by even the Indrix' effortless teleportation. Surrender before my... What was that?
What was that?
No! The wards! The Indrix will run wild!
Okay.
Elise, I should have known you'd be behind this!
Good luck containing your experiments. We'll give your regards to the Queen.
This isn't over, mongrel!
Mongrel.
You'll all pay for this!
Hang on, Talamar.
She shoot him
we'll
with an
get you
arrow.
out of here.
I don't see an arrow, but I think she shot him with an arrow.
Vinalora must have been more shaken than she looked. She didn't hit anything vital, far as I can tell. I don't usually work on people, but if I can stitch up feuding a Chater, I can handle this. You can't be serious. There's nothing stopping Lotus from escaping on her own now. We've got what we need to bring Vinalora down. There's no reason to risk your life. He's lucky to have found someone as foolish as he is.
Nice.
At least take my ward breaker, in case Vinalora reactivates the cages.
Yeah, dude.
I'll get Talamar out of harm's way. Good luck, alright?
You go do your thing, lady friend. So you think addiction mostly leads to negative consequences in various aspects of life? That's what mostly addiction really means? I don't think that that's true. I'm not trying to argue with you, but I do like to play devil's advocate. I think that there can be bad aspects to addiction. Addiction can absolutely, and I think in most cases, addiction does lead down poor poor paths in life. With that being said, I think we hear more about the bad stuff than we hear about the good stuff. Like, for example, if you want to consider my idea of like streaming and video games to be a form of addiction, like it's not like my family's like, you know, running to the clinic being like, we gotta have an intervention, like this kid's really got a problem, like there's something wrong with him, like this is bad. You never hear about that stuff because you're functional, you're okay, even though it's a form of addiction in a way. People out there smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, they're not, like, very rarely is anybody ever being like, this is the worst thing ever. And yes, that might lead to bad outcomes, but you don't really hear about that kind of stuff because it's normalized, right? So I think that there's I don't want to say an equivalent amount, but I do think that there's a more balanced amount of positive effects that addictions can have as there are negative effects. But what you do hear the most about are the negative effects. You hear about, like, you know, drug addicts on the street, like overdosing and stuff like that. All the time you hear about that. You hear about alcoholics getting into car accidents and stuff. All the time you hear. So, like, the negative stories are so much louder than the positive ones that it might seem like that on the surface, but I do think that addiction, to a certain extent, can be harnessed and balanced in a positive way. If you understand it and you can, like, be a functioning addict of some kind, whatever your addiction is. That's not to say that you should go out there and, like, drink a 5th of vodka before you go to work. Like, that's freaking insane. Yes, that's a bad addiction. But my concept of video games and how much I appreciate and love video games and the you know, quote-unquote addiction that I might have to it, I'm trying to harness it in a positive way to create a community through, like, YouTube and Twitch, and develop a Discord and bring people together from all across the world and just, like, make connections and meet new people and bring positive impacts to people's lives. I'd say that is a positive impact that a form of addiction can have. So, like, I don't think it's all bad, man. I really don't. I think addiction can be a good thing if used properly. Wow, she died so fast.
Lead me from this forsaken place.
I just didn't expect her to die that fast. I thought she'd have more health. Good addictions are like exercise, reading, meditation, healthy cooking, creative hobbies, nature connections, learning, volunteering, journalism, self-care. Yeah, dude, wonderful point. You believe addiction is a habit that harms one's life and causes trauma when behavior stops. I don't believe X would be traumatized if life demanded his attention elsewhere. No, I think you're right. Maybe, like, because the term addiction is used in a negative connotation almost all the time. Whereas I guess I have a different perspective on the word. But, like, the word habit is much more, it's very akin to the word addiction, but much more in a positive way. Right? I think that makes sense. And yeah, all those examples there, Simon, are phenomenal, like, examples of addiction. But addiction that can have a positive impact, you know? I don't know, maybe I just need to expand my vocabulary, man.
Lotus,
maybe I'm not good enough
right.
with words.
Thank Sheffer. Oh, thank you.
Damn it, Talamar.
It's so good to see Lotus alive and well. I couldn't stop thinking of her scared and injured, or worse. If Vinalora had turned her into some kind of monster, I swear, we should flee before Vinalora and her rangers come after us.
She did.
Gods, that's terrible.
No.
I won't shed tears over Vinalora. She had to be stopped.
Nice.
But I'm so sorry you have her blood on your hands.
Alright, calm down, doggo.
I guess this is the end. With the conservator gone, there's no one in charge of trying to get this place back in order. It'll all come apart by the time the proxy queen allocates a replacement.
You could do it.
Me? Run the menagerie? I'd love to see it put back the way I remember it. But will it ever be the same now that I know what was really happening here?
No, dude, you got this.
I could just
You're a good
take
person.
notice.
He's
yes.
fine.
I know myself well enough to know I would be miserable just abandoning this place. I've poured so much of my life into it. Maybe I can do some good here. Change the way these animals are treated.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
These animals
I like
deserve
this guy.
better than to be left to fend for themselves. I owe them that much. I'll do everything I can for them. You have my...
That was a good quest
Don't
line, dude.
suppose I could...
No, suppose nothing, buddy. in life there's always two sides, good and bad, but mostly we see the baddest side of the good things. Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct, Sayamante. I think that the negative things in our lives are exacerbated because they grab a lot of attention. The good stuff doesn't necessarily grab nearly as much attention, and you see that exemplified through things like the news. Like, I don't know what news is like all across the world, but I know what the news is like in America, and it's bad for your health, dude. It's not good to sit there and like be absorbed in the news all day, every day. It's rough. I just don't think that that's a good way to just like live your daily life, is by turning on the news every single morning. It's filled with all the negativity, and although yes, that stuff does happen to a certain extent, a lot of it is exaggerated. A lot of it is twisted and manipulated in order to grab your attention, because that's another form of like bring them back. They like, the news is also another company. To tie this back into like Fortnite and all that, all the news companies are companies. Their job is to make all the money, and the way that they make all the money is by getting the most amount of eyes locked onto their screen for as long as humanly possible. And they know that the negative stuff is much more attention grabbing than any of the positive stuff. If you hear about how a fireman pulls a kitten out of a tree because it got stuck up there, like, nobody gives a freaking crap about that. But what I do care about is the train that crashed and burnt down the neighborhood. Like, of course, that's a big deal, and you're going to pay a lot more attention to that kind of stuff. And the problem, I think, is that, like, you can't do anything about all that stuff. And absorbing all that negativity, man, y'all need to stop talking about my problems. Look, I'm not saying that you can't watch the news. That's not what I'm trying to say. I think there's a balance to everything. Like, I don't watch the news. Because, like, and I don't use TikTok. I don't, like, jump on social media. And if you can tell by the way I've been talking about, like, how I absorb myself so deeply in things like video games, like, I have a very addictive tendency in life. And I understand that. So I completely cut those kind of things out of my life. If you can find balance to that kind of stuff, if you can find a way to like bring the positivity out of all those things, even things like the news, even things like TikTok or social media or Fortnite skins or whatever it is, or drinking before you go to work, don't do that one. That's absolutely positive. But personally, man, I have a hard time finding that balance, so I don't do that stuff. I stay as far away from the news as possible, because I don't like it, man. I don't like all the negativity. I want to find positivity in life, and I know that life's not going to be all positive. I know that there's going to be negative stuff, but I'd rather it come and go as it pleases. I don't want to like dramatically, or I don't want to purposefully fill my life with all that stuff, if that makes any sense. So like, yeah, that's the news, man. The news is something else, dude. It is crazy, bro. Like, I don't know what the news is like on the other side of the world, but I'm sure it can't be the same as it is here, dude. There's no way. But yeah, Mouse, I think addictive tendencies typically are... I think a lot of it's genetic. I think, like, if your parents have addictive tendencies, that kind of stuff can be passed down to you, and so on and so forth. You played 16 hours or more back in the wild days. You drink too much, you listen to the news too much, it wore. Yeah, dude, look, I would play for 16 hours a day if I could. Straight up. I would sit in this chair for 16 hours, I'd sit in this chair for 20 hours a day if I could. Like, I would do it, but it's all about finding that balance. And I think that goes for everything in life, man. Even, like, the positive things can be bad to a certain extent. Like, if you take, like, you know, exercise, for example, like you said, Simon, earlier, exercise is a perfect example of a healthy habit. But if you genuinely just exercise all day, like every single day, and you take no breaks, not only can it have a physical effect on your body in a negative way, but it can also affect your social relationships in your life, and it can affect so many things. Like, dude, there is a balance to it all. And when it comes to Fortnite being sued because they made their game addictive, do I think that Fortnite should make their game more balanced? Absolutely. But it's not for me to tell them what they should and shouldn't do. It's like, it's about finding that balance yourself, man. Like, if you find yourself playing Fortnite too much because you're addicted to it, stop playing Fortnite. Like, find the balance. The difficult part is when it comes to young kids who can't find that balance. And that's not to say that adults can't either, because a lot of adults can't find that balance either. I don't know, man. It's a conversation that can go in circles all day. But I guess that's it's a good spot to fade away from it, because we could just sit here and run circles around it. Your youngest son's addicted to the gym. He had body image problems. Yeah. I mean, that's oftentimes where that kind of stuff stems from. I don't think most people that like go to the gym literally every day, I don't think that typically stems from being like, man, I look so good, so sexy, I'm so healthy, I'm gonna go to the gym to maintain this. Like, no, it's normally coming from a bad place. But it's that bad place that can cause good things, right? Like, being addicted to the gym is not necessarily a bad thing. As long as, you know, it's not too much.
Turn back to where you came, stranger, unless you want to vanish like the rest.
Vanished. People disappearing.
Many of my friends have gone missing near these ruins. Ruliel still holds out hope that they will return, but I am leaving this place before I share their fate.
And?
He and a few of the others have staked out a camp up on the ridge. He is foolish to stay. This place is cursed.
Cursed. I'll go. I'll take a look at him. You have a hard enough time dealing with your own problems. Can only work on issues that affect your life. News is depressing because most of it is sad. Yeah, it is hella depressing. You're absolutely right. Can't do anything about it, so you avoid it. That's exactly how I feel, man. And Mouse, you kind of nailed it on the head, man. The idea that you have a hard enough time dealing with your own problems. Like, that's the sake for everybody. Man, life is challenging enough on its own. And to fill it with all that, like, crap and negativity, I couldn't agree more. Like, I don't need it. I just stay away from it, man.
Sorry, stranger. My friend can't see too well anymore. She mistook you for someone we've been looking for. Things have been rough lately.
Who are you looking for?
More than a few of us have disappeared recently. Kanhar's group are just the latest. They set out to search for the missing and vanished themselves. We're giving those buried ruins a wide berth now.
Oh, wide berth. This is like the third time I've heard the elves use that term, wide berth. Wide berth, excuse me. Simon, yes, I know who Bon Jovi is. I used to play Living on a Prayer on Guitar Hero. Like, freaking just... That's where I think my video game addiction stems from. Is my childhood just freaking being absorbed in the screens all day.
They've stood quiet for decades, but now... New yawning sinkholes, eerie sounds at night. I don't jump at shadows, but missing people? That's a warning I can heed. If you head down there, take a look around for our friends, will you?
Yeah.
You're a kind soul.
That's right. Hey, you. Got any information on your friend?
For a place with such a terrible reputation, this estate certainly gets a lot of trespassers. You're not another layabout squatting on my land, are you?
You got a problem with these people?
I didn't expect to find anyone living out here. I thought they could help me shed some light on the mysteries of this place. But it turns out they're just idle squatters. I guess you could call that a problem.
I don't think they're necessarily squatting. I mean, they might be squatting in this moment, but...
This place barely exists outside of fables. My family kept no records of it, or our relatives here, other than our claim to the land. It took years of digging to locate these old ruins, and there's still so much more to uncover.
People are disappearing on your estate. Doesn't that concern you?
So those vagrants say. For all I know, they're just trying to frighten me off. Their missing friends could be looting as we speak. I'm not leaving until I've searched the ruins myself.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
I don't mind.
These ruins. They dug this out of the ground? This can't be right. These buildings, there's no way they were underground. Your father always used to play It's My Life from Bon Jovi. It's my life, it's now or never. Yeah, I know that song too. Yeah, you're absolutely... so, are you saying that in reference to the whole conversation of addiction and things like that? Because, yeah, 100%. Like, without a doubt, Everybody's life is their own life. It's up to you to make your own decisions. I would say it's your life that also affects other people's lives as well, whether you realize it or not. Everything that we do stems
how about
outward.
through here?
It ripples outward and affects other people, even if it's indirectly.
Maybe if I was a sea elf.
Like, oh, so we can't fit in there? If I'm at the grocery store looking for my food and I fart while I walk past people, it's going to affect those people. Like, everything you do, man, I'm telling you, it all ripples out. So, the way I see it, man, is that not only is it the best practice for you to live your best life the most positive way possible for yourself, but that is going to directly and indirectly affect everybody around you in your life as well, and so on and so forth. Like, if you make positive impacts on people in your life, there's a pretty good chance that those positive impacts are going to extend outwards farther. Drive by farting, yeah, it's happened to me before. I was in the laundromat just like a couple weeks ago, and some old man walked past me, made eye contact, smiled, kept going, and like 30 seconds later, all I smelled was like some rancid fart. Like, I still think about that man today. He directly affected my life. So, yeah, man, I think it's best to, like, be the best person you can be. There's no other way to look at it. Like, if you're a better person, then the world around you will be better. And it's more likely to help other people be better too, man. So, it is your life, but make it a good one, right? Silent ones are deadly. It was a silent dude. He was so nice about it. Like, he just like smiled a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, like one of those like, how you doing kind of smiles. And I didn't think anything of it.
I'd say I care for the naturalized aesthetic.
He fooled
Keep
me.
your eyes out for anything that may have survived the elements.
What you looking down here for?
Some answers. What happened to my family here? This place is fascinating. And I suppose I'm curious about the rumors. As long as I don't get murdered by vagrants in a dank cave.
That's fine.
I'll just stick with you if you don't mind.
If you guys dug this out of the ground, how would there be vagrants down here? You think there's people living in this? Like, why can't I pick up that note? It's a lore book. I want to pick it up, dude. Or when you see someone sitting and you see them lift one leg to lean to the side. Yeah, that's a fart.
Something about that statue catch your interest?
My brother called me out on that once. Like, it was just recently. We were at a family meal.
Even in such disrepair, I can imagine how opulent this manor must have been. My relatives must have been very influential here.
To be fair, I did wait until the wind was blowing, and we were outside. So that's why I specifically held it in until there was a gust of wind. So he called me out, and I was like, hey, man, it blew that way. It's fine. It's fine. You don't get to smell it.
The whole town? That's incredible. My family has wealth and holdings, but not much in the way of titles. Why in the world would they show so little interest in our ties to nobility?
Because nobility's friggin' dumb, bro. Maybe there's some sort of falling out between your ancestors.
That's a sound theory. Simple, but sound. There has to be something here that could reveal the truth of the matter. Let's keep searching.
Let's keep searching. All right. Hopefully I get to read that note on the ground.
These papers are practically mulch.
Should we read this?
Something survived. Help me look.
I'm tempted to read this. But we're not going to. I think it's going to summarize it right here.
I wonder whose chambers these were. What was their life like before they abandoned it? And why?
I found a journal that belonged to someone named Roltari, a child of the family here.
May I have a look? Merciful Sirabane! This sounds like the Thracian plague.
What?
A gruesome disease that decimated the population of Tamriel, Summerset included. It made the Nahatan flu seem like the sniffles. Everyone here could have been wiped out. Still, most people alive had family afflicted by the plague. Why hide it?
Could the plague have originated here? Maybe.
No, it was a vile creation of the Slode, brewed in their kingdom of Thras. But it's possible it harbored the first outbreak on Summerset. That can't be the reason this place was buried.
Couldn't say.
I'm finding more questions than answers. There has to be more. There has to be. Try the room across the hall.
I guess it's possible that the plague was like preserved here, and then whenever they dug it up and opened the place up, they released it, and that's why people are going missing. Your dog can fart and peel paint off with the wall with it, and then clear the room. That's nice. That's man, dogs. Hey, look, if you ate the same thing your dog ate, I think most of the time, like, people feed their dogs that, like, the dried processed food. Your farts would clear a lot of rooms as well.
Down here! I found something!
This place looks gross, dude.
I thought I heard something down here, but the sound must have carried up from this tunnel. It looks formed by erosion. Maybe related to the sinkholes? What about you? Did you find anything else upstairs?
A letter from a relative who didn't approve of bringing the sick onto the estate.
Makes sense. The journal mentioned taking the afflicted to the family vaults. It would have been easy for the Korgrads to seal off their estate and leave the town to fend for itself. It's tragic that their compassion probably led to their downfall.
You said you heard something.
Murmurs and splashing. I thought maybe one of those missing squatters was down here, but I think the sound was coming from deeper down. I don't hear it anymore.
We'll take a lookie. This is interesting, man. I don't know, man. I wonder if, like, the plague, they brought the plague people here onto the estate. The plague ran rampant, and then they used some type of magic to essentially just, like, engulf the estate. And because they said they had to dig it up, they had to excavate everything. It took years to dig it all back out. But I wonder if they filled it up and buried it just because they knew the plague was there, and they were like, we gotta shut this bad boy down. We gotta prevent the plague from getting out. Hello?
Is that a person? Hey, you there! Wait!
What's
this?
This
camp looks recent. I'll bet your missing persons just discovered that these ruins make decent shelter. I have a bad feeling about the fate of these people. Maybe I don't think that was one of your vagrant friends.
No, it didn't. It sounded like a zombie. They were here, though. This journal belonged to Karnhar. I was gonna say, there's no way that whatever was making that noise wrote that journal. It just didn't sound right.
Somehow, I doubt they received a warmer reception than we did. But at least we know the curse of Korgrad has been greatly exaggerated. Whoever we saw just now was a being of flesh and blood.
Sorry. My friggin' phone was just going nuts, dude.
Agreed. Much as I'd like to get to the bottom of all this, we should make finding the squatters our priority.
Simon, how dare you? How dare you own a squirrel? You know I've got a problem with squirrels. They're my worst nemesis, man. You had a squirrel pet when you were small after it fell down from a tree into your grandma's roof and got injured. So wait, I thought squirrels, like, could jump from 10,000 feet and survive. What do you mean it got injured? Something tells me you ran up and kicked that squirrel in the head just to purposefully injure it. Dude, squirrels, like, specifically, their bodies are designed to fall from great heights. Like, I don't remember exactly how it works, but their bodies are, like, not only built in, like super durably to fall, but they also are built like little mini parachutes. It was, you were a kid? Wait, so you did kick it. You admit to your crimes.
Please approach. We know you are here.
What are these? What is that? What is that? He doesn't look like a zombie, but he's acting like a zombie. They're like a cat falling. Well, cats, I think, can hurt themselves if they fall too far. They say a cat always lands on its feet. like, they have, like, reflexes where they spin around and land on their legs. But squirrels, like, their bodies are literally built like parachutes. All that fluff, all that, like, fur and stuff, and the big bushy tail, like, that kind of stuff, like, is meant to grab air and, like, ease their fall. I don't know. Like, if you drop, like, any object, eventually it'll reach, like, what is it, terminal velocity or something like that, where it's, like, the speed of, like, mass times gravity or whatever it is. And, like, different objects have different, like, heights that they need to fall from to reach that velocity, whereas, like, a squirrel will never reach that velocity because of its, like, its physical design. I don't know. That's what I've heard. I wish I was as cool as a squirrel, but beavers are alright. I guess I'll settle for it. You didn't kick it. You said the squirrel was a kid. Oh, it was a baby squirrel. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I've never heard of a squirrel being referred to as a child.
There we are. Much better, yes.
I didn't understand.
Manners are easily forgotten when you're so far removed from society. Forgive the others. They are frightened. We mean you no harm.
Who are you? Dude, this guy's funky looking.
Call me Arelas. I am caretaker of this place. We all are. We led our lives in quiet, contented seclusion until the crumbling stone exposed our home to the outside world again. We are not accustomed to visitors.
How long?
How long? How long indeed? I think there was a time when such things were measured. I can only say that our duty has been passed down many generations.
Your duty?
To the saviors. It is because of their sacrifice that Korgrad lives on. We repay the lives they gave us by caring for the town in their stead. We're very protective of it, you understand. Now, might I ask what's brought you to our home?
This is really interesting. Multiple generations, man. I knew they were doinking. I knew they were doinking down here. Like, that was my first thought that came into my mind. I was like, if there's a group of people trapped underground and they're just living their lives out there in seclusion, they're doinking, bro. They have to. There's no options. You gotta go on, man.
I see. Our humble town would be treacherous to those who have not grown accustomed to its many twists and turns. I would not follow after them, lest you go missing yourself.
All the more reason for me to find them.
You possess the Savior's compassion and determination. The last people from above we observed followed a narrow passage to the north. May you be reunited with them soon.
Thanks, dude. What? Okay, talk to him again.
Go on without. This is the day we've waited for so.
Find the missing persons? Do I need to? Can I just, like... Wow, this place is dense, isn't it? There's a lot going on.
I'd like to spend some time with Arelas. If these people really are descendants of Korgrad's populace, there's a lot I could learn from them. You heard, Arelas. It's dangerous deeper down. And let's be honest, I'm not going to be much help crawling through tunnels. I'm no warrior, but take a look at them. They're positively sickly. I doubt they want any trouble. More to the point, I think their saviors might have been my ancient ancestors. They may be more trusting of me than other outsiders.
Okay, hear me out. If all of that group of people, if they have been living down here forever and ever, how is it that they're his ancestors? Like, because ancestors would be related to you, right? They would be your great, 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 whatever. And if they've been isolated down here since then, there's no way that they're his ancestors. This guy, hopeful dreams. Simon, I can't help but wonder, like, do you have a lot of experience throwing cats and squirrels off of rooftops? Because you seem to understand.
This is the day we've waited for so long. The return of a living descendant. The saviors will be pleased that their sacrifice was not for nothing.
How'd you survive down here?
We follow the Savior's guidance. It was their wisdom that brought us here and kept us safe for generations.
What's up, brother?
Though buried, Korgrad lives. It's all we've known beyond our stories of life before. It is not so bad as you imagine.
Yeah, dude, throw all the squirrels and cats you need to. You just stay away from my beavers, man. Flying squirrels have a pataguim. A pataguim. That's a really tough word. Where regular squirrels do not. Simon is correct that the size is different. Flying squirrels are smaller. Well, yeah. Yeah, I didn't say squirrels could, like regular squirrels flew. But they don't like, they don't take fall damage. They've got like lightweight pro or something on, dude.
They took the sickness from us, from our ancestors, at great cost to themselves. All of Korgrad would have perished, if not for them.
Took the sickness? You mean they cured the Thrashing Plague?
They preserved us from the sickness of the sea. For that, we will be eternally grateful.
Where'd they go again?
Through a narrow passage to the north.
Got you.
These saviors you mentioned...
You don't throw them, you just see them fall and survive. So, Simon, do you sit below a tree with a rope tied to the branch, waiting for a squirrel to step on that branch, and then yank the rope really hard so the squirrel falls? Because how many squirrels are out there falling from trees, dude? I feel like it doesn't happen very often. Turn back. Oh, it's not that big a deal. So these are bad cave dwellers, I guess. Are we done here? Already? I guess we're turning back. So they said it was dangerous, but they didn't say why it was dangerous, right? I heard him. Just one time you were walking and the squirrel just fell on the path in front of you. Runs up and started climbing trees where it fell from. So like a coconut, like the squirrel just like tried to knock you out. I bet they were having like a truth or dare. Like the squirrels were just hanging out. They were like, yeah, I bet you won't jump on that dude's head down there. He's like, I'll freaking do it. I'll jump on his head down there. And he's like, no, you're not. You won't do it. And as soon as you walked by, that squirrel tried to jump on your head, dude. And he gained reputation. That's what he did with his little squirrel friends. Do you know how many times people die from coconuts falling? Like, I think there's a reasonably high number of people dying from coconuts each year. From like, the coconuts just fall out of the tree and people are just walking below.
Do this, please.
Hold on, I gotta know. I gotta know. How many people die to coconuts a year? Approximately 150 people each year die from falling coconuts worldwide. It's a lot of people, man. Like 150 people. You got another story? Oh man, Dream Master, you gotta start writing these down. You gotta make like a journal of them.
Don't put me in there.
Raccoons are different, man. Raccoons are brave, bro. I mean, I guess there's different kinds of raccoons, though. There's, like, the kinds of raccoons that you'll find out in, like, the woods or something. And then there's the raccoons you'll find in, like, New York City. Completely different species, man. Which place has the highest rate of death? I didn't see specifications on that. So I have no idea. I would imagine it's Florida. Florida probably has the most people dying to coconuts.
Get us out of here! They're killing us!
What happened?
Bloodletting, I think. These cave vermin poke and prod us whenever Arilus needs something to offer his saviors. To what end? I don't know. Maybe they're vampires. Or wood elves.
Did you see them take a high elf through here recently, though?
Poor bastard. Never seen these vermin in such a frenzy. They dragged him screaming through those doors there, and sealed them shut right after. Small mercies that we can't hear what they are doing to him.
Do you know how I can open them?
When Arilus isn't bleeding us, and tending to his saviors beyond those doors, he spends most of his time with whatever unholiness goes on in the tombs below. His keys may be there. Hurry and set us free before we wind up like your friend.
Can't, like, set him free for some reason. But I guess we're gonna go help our friend first. Yeah, some people have raccoons as pets too, right? Man, that's tough. I wouldn't want to have a raccoon as a pet. I hear they're very playful, though. Some people keep skunks as pets, too. It's too much. I'm good on that. I'm allergic to everything as it is. If I'm gonna have a pet, I'll just settle for, like, a dog or something. Preferably, like, you know, something hypoallergenic. But I don't die every day. Oh, now I can set them free.
10,000 venerations to you.
So I needed the key. I didn't realize that. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention.
Bless you. I can walk, but you lead the way. We aren't free yet. We have to get out of here before those cave vermin come scurrying after us.
I'm not leaving anybody
Your friend's
behind.
dead.
Whoa.
If these saviors really are vampires, what chance do we have against them?
That's interesting. Alright.
Suppose if there's any...
I'm gonna take my chances. We're gonna go save those people. Malaysia has the highest number of people dying of coconuts.
Visitor.
I don't really know much
Such
about Malaysia.
As it is. Come, speak. I have not had civil company in some time. You arrive upon a momentous reunion of our filial blood. The day we have so long waited for.
What?
Bestowing on him the Korgrad legacy. He is taking the first step upon the long road to restoring this house. It will be a demanding journey that will require much sacrifice.
What kind?
His vitality. It will take all he has to offer to restore each of us. But if he is up to the task, he will reap a precious bounty.
Just so you're gonna just kill him.
On the contrary, he will taste immortality as we have. But only for scant centuries, not millennia. In a few generations, our bloodline will be renewed and possess the purity needed to restore Faidur. The embalming process has already begun. When the stone is finished, we will be restored, and he will be a savior. I regret that Faidur must suffer, but his pain will be a small fraction of the sacrifice required to save Korgrad from annihilation.
Huh. Wait a minute. What did that say?
The embalming process
How did
has already
Korgrad
begun.
come to be buried?
My vain attempt to stop the sickness from spreading beyond our borders. The people rebelled against their confinement and nearly broke the quarantine. I was forced to destroy the sea walls and flood the town.
You drowned your own people.
To spare them and others from the gruesome death that was sure to come, or so I hoped. From that day forward, our only concerns were for our kingdom below.
Alright, interesting. Yeah, Mouse, I don't know, dude. I mean, honestly, Malaysia's as good a guess as any, right? I'll take that as an answer.
For what reason do you barge into our home? As if you have the right to trespass our lands as you please? You may believe our condition diminishes our station, but we are the rightful rulers of Korgrad. You will offer deference as such. The other trespassers?
I don't understand. Can't I just break this already? I feel like I don't need to talk to every one of them. They're just going to tell me the same thing over and again. Did we just evaporate all of them? Okay.
God, that was... I could feel my skin tightening as the stone drew the moisture out of me like a wineskin. I don't suppose you have water. My tongue is a whetstone.
You gotta just get out of here, man.
I suppose I can keep up. I'll just lick the damp off the walls if I get woozy.
Now the other guys out front were like so welcoming.
You've stolen our future, but I swear I'll rob them of theirs in kind.
We're so close to the subclassing update. I know, man. I can't freaking wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be a grind. I think my main concern for it is just like transmute crystals. I'm gonna want so much new armor. I'm gonna want like to respec over and over again just to keep trying new things. And it's just gonna take a millennia to freaking get them up properly. And speaking of all that, here. Wow, look at all those tribute crates. I wish it would, like, not shift the inventory every 2 seconds. So you should get transmute crystals for this. For opening these tribute crates. Should be like 5 each. Excuse me, or like 3 to 5 each. Okay, I'm at 700 and something. 746 transmutes. Let me clean up the inventory real quick.
Lucky.
Whoop. I kind of want to save these. It's a lot of rings of agility and endurance. Where do I get those? I don't remember where I was getting those. Whoa, check that out. That is the, I think, yellow piece from, what's that from? What's that from? I don't remember. It's either the Maelstrom Arena or the other arena. I don't know. Nice, we got the Vadishran's Perfected Axe, Vadishran's Perfected Sword. I think I'm going to deconstruct all these. I got a Wrathsun Dagger, too. I got Wrathsun Heavy Shoulder Pieces. That's going to all be deconstructed.
Ooh.
It's a cool looking sword. Hidden Blade deals up to 250% more damage to targets under 100% health when you are standing behind them. Crit chance. Restore stamina if the target was below 50% health. That's kind of interesting. Two tempering alloys is a big deal. I know I don't have a ton of bank space, but I'm going to try to squeeze some stuff in like that. And these. I need to start using those potions. Like, I need to put them on the bar right now. Like, these need a place. These need a place. Tripods? What else is up here? I've got 18 refreshing drinks. I guess this is gonna go up here. That's a lot of drinks. This is good. This is a good thing. But they do take up a lot of space.
I can hardly believe it. You found Henrig and Mindaril, but where are the others?
Well, they, might be dead.
No. You've done more than anyone ever has for us. If anyone's to blame, it's us. We survive out here by sticking together, but we let fear keep us from doing what needed to be done.
Mavio!
Was it quick?
Hello? What up, dude?
I can see. Tortured. Why? Just for the fun of it?
Yes, technically they were going to turn them into vampires.
Gods, I'll heed curses more closely in the future. The locals were right to avoid this place.
And you!
If it weren't for you, I'd have wound up a husk like those monsters, withering in that pit for who knows how long. I owe you my life.
Yeah.
Even now, I still feel for them. What a miserable fate. I wish it could have been different. That Korgrad might have been redeemed. I used up most of my means traveling here, but take this with my gratitude.
Thanks, dude.
I'll stay with you.
Alright. Oh, they became friends too. How nice. Alright, I got a couple of different spots left. I would imagine there's a side quest somewhere over here. But we'll go in this general direction next. But I've got to pee first. So I'm going to take a quick intermission. I'll be right back. And then we're going to continue questing through here. What time is it? 5:30? We could do a maelstrom. Where are we? Hold on. Let me look at the set pieces real quick. Look at that. Still missing a bow. We could do a maelstrom. We could just squeeze in a veteran run. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. Dude, I feel like the Summerset music goes really well with that campfire in the background. It's not bad at all. Let's do a veteran maelstrom quick. A lot of stuff from the mail. I love it. I love just like ripping up the mail. Perhaps full of glee? No, Mafio. You're thinking of the other G word. Not quite. But close. Not quite. Is this lady? She's not going to talk to us. I will need to change this ability right here. What do I put on the queue though? Boom. Pestilent trample. No. Excuse me. No, not that. What do I take in place of this? Not contingency. Not the torch. Major resolve. I think I already have access to major resolve. Yeah, I've tweaked these in a weird way that it's not going to work here. So let's just take caltrops to break their protections down. It's all good, Moth. And yeah, what he said. Yeah. Well, what Mauserino said. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe and punch the like button. Goes a long way, makes a big difference, and I would greatly appreciate it. And, whoa, did he just die to that? Wow, dude, that's crazy. I guess I was auto-attacking it too. That's crazy. Wait. Oh, this is all normal. I don't want to do this. I was like, why is stuff dying so stinking fast? Oh, did I say Discord? Yeah, Discord, link down below. I don't think I actually said it. Alright, we should be on veteran now, and also spending 1,000 gold to fast travel, because that's cool. We got Twitch too. If you're on Twitch and you want YouTube, it's there. There's a link to it. And if you're on YouTube, you want Twitch, it's there too. There's a link to it.
Here comes a likely candidate now.
Oh, there's two separate quests. I see.
Contain your hopes, but let's find out.
I think that's why it's been showing the quest over and over again. There's a normal Maelstrom Arena quest and a veteran Maelstrom Arena quest. I kept thinking it was just broken, but I think my brain just is broken. And yeah, wait a minute. That was not the first room that we stepped into either. I don't know what was going on there.
Another skeleton for the tree.
Where are my crits? Squeeze me. Dude, it'd be really fun if I could get my, like, whatever that ability is. I forget what it's called, but it's the one that like pulses around me and gives me empower. It increases my abilities by 5%. My class abilities damage by 5%. It'd be cool if I could get that to also drop protections on the enemies. It'll be a little bit much. It's a strong ability if that would, you know. I don't feel like that ability is too impactful as is. Now, it grants empower, which is really nice. So if you don't have access to empower, it's a good way to get it. But empower is so easy to get your hands on that kind of feels like a wasted slot on that ability. So really, it's just a small dot with some like, what's it have? 5% increase to your class abilities. It's good, but it could be better. Wow, I take a lot of damage. I do have the oak ring on, don't I? Yeah, why am I taking so much damage?
But now things get serious. Damn it, Fritz. Where do you find these weaklings? You are only one. Now we'll kill the mortal. Come forth, my other self. The challenger wins. Let's have a real fight here.
The Pedro Pascal meme? I don't know who that is. I mean, I've heard the name Pedro Pascal, but I couldn't tell you what he does or where he's from.
You do appear quite capable.
He's an actor?
We have a challenger.
What did I do?
Activate the automata.
What did I do that was like Pedro Pascal? I think Pedro Pascal's like me. We're fine.
I've been waiting for this.
This is going to end in tears, I hope.
3,000 points awarded. I think today is the day we do another flawless run on this bad boy. Do it. We can do it. Oh, almost had him. It's tough to get those guys before they rotate, but
This is all but over. Ah, nothing's better than a good blood sport.
The rotations are ridiculous. Okay. Where's the door? Where's the door? Where's the door? There. We got to move it, Morty. We gotta move. I wish there was like a really convenient way to yoink enemies together, but also provide like major breach. Unnecessary, please don't do that.
You are not worthy to...
I feel like I need a different heal or something. Like, I kind of want to use the Ring of the Pale Order. But, I also really like the simplistic, like, way to do the one bar. At least for arenas like this. Like, it's really nice to just, like, one bar it. Because enemies die so fast anyway. Like, to have to rebuff every 10 seconds would be really obnoxious. So I feel like the Oaken Soul goes really hard in, like, the Maelstrom arena.
I used to be able to fight like that.
Why am I so slow? Goodness. I feel like using the chain, like, I forget what it's called, but there's like a crossbow ability from one of the guild skill trees that provides like a chain that yoinks enemies to you. I think that would go really hard in a place like this, but it almost feels like okay, I'm not in that circle. It almost feels like it'd be wasting more time than it's worth. Like, I think it'd probably be easier just to like jump from one enemy to the next using my little my teleport or my leap ability, whatever you want to call it. I feel like I'm not super locked in either, so this poison arena is gonna be bad.
I'll scorch the skin from your bones!
I feel like I should have more than 23,000 health with food equipped. I do have food equipped. 23,000 health just isn't much.
Challenger approaches. Release the defenders. This can't last much longer. Saywood's red hat. What a blow! Good luck is about to end.
Arthur, I think it's a lot more complicated than just like flipping a switch and making the game crossplay. I think there's a lot more involved in it because first of all, PC has like all kinds of different add-ons and things like that, which in itself is already a completely complicated mess. But I believe the games are coded very differently from one another. So like when they make an update for the game and they release the update for like PC first, they have to like recode everything. And then, you know, like 2 weeks later or something, they'll release it for console. So like, I do believe that it's all different. Like, it's not like they could just copy and paste it over and just like magically make it happen for PC or for console as well. Crossplay would be nice, and I know they've mentioned that they're aware. They're like, look, we know y'all want this, and we want you to have it because you want it. But I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. I know it's in the back of their minds. Well, we gotta at least give them credit for that. Mostly because the game's age. That too, yeah. Being on like an old engine, most of the games now are like on Unreal Engine 5 or whatever they're up to now. So like, the game is it's on a very different engine than a lot of the stuff that's available nowadays. So it's a lot. It's not just as easy as like making the game crossplay like overnight. So I think they want to do it, man. I really do. It's just a matter of like, can they? And not only but making the game crossplay, but also keeping up with like all the updates every year, all the DLCs, everything that the game needs in order to survive. New content, new DLCs, new bonuses, new everything, new cosmetics, all that. Like every single update, every patch, everything. So that all needs not only coded twice, but like the idea of making the games crossplay is really complex. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know it's not easy. The game's kind of messy as it is. Like, it's got a lot of bugs. It's got a lot of glitches, features, whatever you want to call them. there's a lot of it, whatever it is. And I think maintaining the integrity of the game is more important than bringing crossplay, unfortunately. When they start adding things like subclassing, like the game's going to be even more complex. Like every year they just add more code onto the game, making every single year, excuse me, it's hard to talk and play at the same time, making every update, every update making the game more difficult to implement crossplay into. I choked. I couldn't get that out for some reason. I'm sorry.
You've entered the ring. We've prepared a gigantic welcome for you. Soon I'll taste your...
Okay, good fight. What are you doing?
The challenger is triumphant.
I was gonna say I just killed everybody, didn't I? What are they doing? A pizza, 4 cheese salami sticks, and a Coke. Oh snap, dude! Oh yeah, one. That sounds delicious. I'm on the protein bar diet. That's it. Actually, that's not true. I've got a shrimp Alfredo in the fridge that I need to eat for dinner tonight. But after that, protein bar diet. It's happening.
Time for somebody to start making out a will. Now we'll see some real action.
What kind of protein bars? I bought like a ton of Cliff Bars the other day because I went to a discount store where like all the goods are like dented and broken and all the boxes are like busted up. So it's like every one of them's a mess. What's up, Grim? Hello, sir. But I bought like a crap ton of Cliff Bars. They're so good, and they were really cheap. It was like $1.50 a box. Normally Cliff Bars are rather expensive, so I was happy to find such a good deal. You finished the story. Alright, you're gonna have to bear with me here.
You won't last long.
I'll be surprised by this one. I caught a couple of glimpses of the fact that the beaver is heavily involved. And not bananas, people.
Now you will feel pain.
Having a hard time connecting. There we go. Dang it, I missed a spider.
There's more where that came from. I'm going to enjoy this. Uh-oh, this can't last much longer. Think you can take me? You're wrong.
How? Call lightning. I don't understand. I don't know why I die, dude. I don't think I'm ever gonna run another flawless move on this freaking dungeon. I just don't think it's gonna happen. What happened in the stream? What are you talking about? It's rolling, baby. We're still going.
So far, so good. But the worst is yet to come. This is all but over. Die, nerd spawn! Now you will feel pain! The maelstrom. Oblivion.
Hey, that'll be enough of that. No, Mouse, I think the game is not meant to allow me to do this. Like, I think it's specifically like, it's cheesing me. It knows. Like, it knows exactly what to do and when to do it to prevent me from getting another one. I don't think I've ever died in this room before. And now all of a sudden, like, the game's just like, oh, and by the way, you died. It's like, how though? And it's like, an ability that I've never seen before did 11,000 damage. But my health bar is 22,000. Yeah, you still died. Like, that, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll never understand it, but it's fine. Think negative, you'll never amount to anything. That's good. That's what I want. That's what I'm all about, baby. Never amounting to anything. Dude, Dream Master, I'm assuming you're still here. I don't know what happened to your stream, but... Oh, I'm poisoned. Ow. From what? I didn't step on a plant. What happened? Dream Master, if it's good with you, after we finish this arena, I'll roll back through the story, and then we'll probably have to wrap the stream up.
Behold, vile monstrosities, imported with your entertainment.
Actually, we might be able to squeeze in a daily dungeon or two. Maybe. Ah, crap. I don't know how that didn't poison me. Squeeze it in. Yesterday was my my first day at a new job, and today's my second day at a new job. I'm not gonna be late because I was too busy playing Elder Scrolls. We were just talking about addictions and how, like, I always make time. No matter how much I play this game, I always make time for everything. I do my job, I do the dishes, I get the laundry done, I pay my bills, I visit my family, I spend time with my grandparents, all of it. I don't need to be getting canned over just like a 15-minute dungeon. But yes, that is what she said. He's saying whoa, the lag. The beaver wasn't as good as True Master, so she said. Lost time justified. I wouldn't say it's lost time. But I do need to pay my bills, and unfortunately YouTube doesn't pay enough. So, I have a job to go to. Juan, good luck, sir, good luck. That's crazy, I killed him before he rotated. Ooh, so close. Thought you were watching Exo Beaver, not Responsible Beaver. If you guys want to see streams in the future, I have to go work.
The bigger they come, but you know the rest.
Unless you want to start donating enough money for me to pay my bills every month. There's gonna be a job that needs to be done. Man, that's a shame. I did that without dying. That's always where I die. But I died in that other arena for some unknown reason. That's not like, I always die on that boss. Every time. Like, I make it through the entire arena until that boss. It's crazy that I died on that random electric explosion. It doesn't even make any sense why I died. Yeah, me too. It starts, the servers roll over at like the same time every day for everybody. Like, it's 6 a.m. for me, but I don't like it. It would be like 5 a.m. for Central Time, and then like 4 a.m. for Western Time, or Pacific Time, I guess is what it's called. But regardless, it all happens at the exact same time. That's why I have a dash. Screw it. We're just nuking them. We should have plenty of ultimate left for the boss, hopefully.
Now behold, vile monstrosities, imported for your entertainment.
I don't understand, dude. I feel like I shouldn't have died there again, too. I was healing, and I dodge rolled. I was out of stamina, but I still dodge rolled. And it, like, caught me in the middle of my dodge roll, man. At least I tried the dodge roll. It might have happened before it, but whatever, dude. I feel like I've got this what is this? This Maelstrom Arena. I always forget the name for some reason. I feel like I've got the Maelstrom Arena locked in. I know every single mechanic to a T. Oh, that'll be enough of you, please. I know exactly what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, and I don't understand why I just can't, like, do it without dying again. It feels like, it's not even like the fact that I need to do it without dying. I feel like it's the principle now, because I know I can do it, but I can't prove to myself that I can do it. So, like, that's why I want to do it again without dying so bad, just to prove to myself that I can do it. Like, why did that hit me? I wasn't in the circle, and he wasn't facing me, but it still hit me. It's driving me friggin' insane, dude.
The challenger approaches. Release the defenders.
Why can't I kill this guy? There we go. I was doing like a third of my damage. Pooh, dude! The game's bullying me.
Give up! My flames will devour you!
Dang it. She always rotates.
The challenger succeeds. We have a winner.
A winner! I feel like no matter how many times I come back to this arena, It's never gonna be flawless again. And honestly, whenever I start, whenever I stop collecting gear pieces from this place, because we have every set, there's really no reason to come back ever again. Unless they add something to the game where it like means something to come back to the Maelstrom. Oh, that ghost just spawned on top of this guy? That's crazy. It gives him like 60% mitigation. You louts, let's go.
You shall know pain. This is all but over.
No, okay. Get a sugar beaver so I can stay at home and be a stay-at-home beaver. I thoroughly agree with you. I keep trying to get with Mafio's Nana, but she doesn't really make muffins for everybody. She kind of just makes muffins for him, and that's kind of a deal breaker. I gotta eat something, you know. Muffins don't keep the lights on? Depends on what kind of muffin it is. I heard you could power a light bulb with a potato. potato muffin. Grim, what are we getting at, dude? What are we getting at?
After I kill you, I shall animate your corpse. Now I shall show my true power.
Oh, the friggin' portal moved.
What next? I love the anticipation.
Now for the final phase. Watch as I absorb all the power I need.
That was so dumb, bro. Oh, wait. He portaled out of the area. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. I dropped my freaking meteor on him and he perfectly dodged that thing. Like, it landed, it's supposed to like follow him and then land on his head. But the moment it made contact with the ground, he just was like, I'm out of here. Went somewhere else. And GG. Thank you guys. Oh, man.
And now it's time for my
I wish it was flawless, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Stand back. I haven't done this in quite some time. I'd hate to turn you inside.
You know what I didn't get? The freaking bow. Still didn't get the bow, man.
Moves like a smoking plume. I summon you. Return to me.
There are
Approach me,
two
my
weapons
Baron.
left.
Let me get
There
a
is the
good
bow
look at you.
and then the dagger of what is this? Perfected Rampaging Slash. I would put money on the fact that I'll get the freaking Rampaging Slash before I get the bow.
Splendid. It is good to be with you again.
Excuse me.
And your assistance has been most satisfactory. I won't forget it. Or anyway, my tutor won't forget it.
The pimp hat? This is my werewolf hunting hat, man. You think this is why Mafio's Nana doesn't like me? It's because the pimp hat. Did you do all your dailies? No. I got the daily dungeons done. But I think we're gonna squeeze out like 1 or 2 more random dailies. We have time for it. Because the server just rolled over, so if we do these now, we don't have to do them tomorrow. We could just move on with it. Oh, I'm cute as a DD. What am I doing? Okay, apparently nobody's playing the game. For real, for real? Apparently we need healers out there. Are we gonna get there? It's always the DDs, dude. I swear on my life, the DDs are always the culprit. There's 2 damage dealers, a healer, and a tank. The healer and the tank always, without fail, every single time, forever and ever, ready up. But you get like 45 seconds to accept, the queue. So, you know, if you're in combat, if there's something happening, then you've got 45 seconds. You can make it happen. But the damage dealers, I swear on my life, every single time, dude. Crafting writs? Nah, I've been kind of just blowing off the crafting writs. I know they're really valuable, but I haven't been paying too much attention to them. I can't throw abilities. It's like super lag on the server.
You live!
The teammates are here. Dang it. The Tormentor. We're gonna just drag these guys.
It's for Ranil! Haruldor! See to him!
I got a lead. I'm sure I already had it. I had to have. I've done this dungeon so many times. Dodged him. Late in Australia, no worries, man. AKA Tahiti. Dude, much love to you, Arthur. I appreciate you hanging out, dude. Get some sleep, sir.
Over there, Verona. We found her.
I see her. Let's hope she lives. We'll need her before the day is done.
She's going to be fine with a little restoration.
Should be fine with a little restoration magic, she says. Alright.
I'm going to enjoy this. Ah, it's the outsiders. So the keepers are afraid to face me.
Very well. You'll die in their stead.
Okay, I was blocking. I just would like to put that out there. Was Toadsmagoat's blocks good?
Beaten me? How amusing.
And we're out of here. I think we got time for one more. Un más. Let's just jump on to like... Oh, dude, we'll do the Arcanist, whatever. Doesn't matter. We're gonna do like the top down since we did bottom up last time. Time to read the story? I was gonna... Alright, you know what? Fine. We'll read the story. Instead of doing a dungeon, I'll read that. I was gonna do another dungeon and then read the story, but we'll read the story now and then we'll just wrap it up. We'll save the dungeons for tomorrow. If I can find the beginning of it. I don't know where Dream Master went. He wrote it. I'm surprised he's not here. Alright, I think I found the start. It's called The Soul Searcher. The Serial Cocoa Killer. Meet the Soul Searcher, the most powerful being who knew every planet and was incredibly all-seeing. Excuse me, my reading's not the best today, so bear with me. He made it his mission to cross the stars, to visit every home world from Venus to Mars. There was only one place he had seen meaning, he had been meaning to go, somewhere he'd been whole. If it was true, he would know. A planet called Earth, where everyone was loud and all the people in it felt happy to be proud. The Soul Searcher was curious. How could these people be so happy? Always acting over emotional and sappy. Today, he would solve the long-last clue. He knew exactly what to do. He made his first stop one fine day to a little-known place called the USA. Of course he chose the USA. Of course he would. Why would he not? It's red, white, and blue. It's so appealing. From space. He went to stay at what he thought was a 5-star hotel, but was actually a rusty motel. He stayed there for a week and then paid his fee, going outside while drinking some tea. Next, he went to the beach, where the people there would shout and preach. If you like what you're seeing, punch that. Oh, sorry, that was Mouse. Sorry, my bad. He told them he was Bob, his human name, then went with them to play a volleyball game. Then he was too skilled, too superior for them all, just by lightly tapping their so-called beach ball. Ew, dude, that sounds so perverted. They invited him to a party, and where they jumped around and acted all hearty. Bob soon felt all tired and rough, told the party people he'd had enough. So they let him rest on a sandy bed, somewhere nice to rest his head. When he woke up at first dawn, he saw all the people had gone. He'd wondered where'd they'd go run off to. Did they find something better to do? So he looked for the people but couldn't find where they were. It was like they had disappeared in a blur. Then he looked up to the sky and saw with fear the reason why there was no one around here. They'd all been taken, a little too eager, by the almighty great beyond himself, the beaver. The Soul Searcher said, "Let those people go. They did nothing to you. Please hurt them. Don't hurt them, please, excuse me. There's nothing bad they could do." But Almighty Beaver said their time has come for acting to each other so horrid and dumb. The Soul Searcher said, "These people are good. They're sweet and they care. I vouch for them. This I swear." The Beaver said, "Fine, come with me. Take your lot, but don't blame me if humanity keeps acting like clots." So the Soul Searcher came back and took all his friends to party forever where the nights never end. Finished his story. That was the end of it. It was a beautiful story, Dream Master. Is he AIing stories for you? I don't know. He says he writes them himself. I don't know where he went, though. Dream Master, if you're out there, dude, well done, sir. No, I can't rap. I mean, well... No, I cannot rap. Guys, I want to thank you very much for hanging out. This is it. We're going to wrap this sucker up. And I want to say how much I appreciate you all very much so. And Discord, link down below. Subscribing's freaking cool. Everything is down there, whatever you gotta do. And if you know, you want to support the member, support the channel, become a member, you can do that kind of stuff too. I would greatly appreciate every little thing counts. And same with hitting the like button and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, dudes, take it easy. I wish you all the very best, whether you're on the Australia side of the world or the not Australia side of the world. Take it easy. Have a good night, good day, whatever. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. And the anticipated start time is going to be 3 a.m. EST. And I'm going to be getting a schedule to you guys soon. That's like a solid, you know, for sure schedule. And that's it. That's it. Good night, everybody. See you later.